Well, hello, my hard-working gig workers. We just go out there and get it done. Aren't we just something? I don't know any gig worker that doesn't that doesn't work as hard as any other job. I mean, we're just as front line, aren't we? We do such tough work. There's so many stressors involved. And sometimes it's funny, like the app will go down, or the lost connection in the store, or just all the different. Forget it if we have, like, a difficult shop or a difficult customer or an address we can't find, and just all the things that step in our way. And it's always funny when somebody isn't a gig worker, a shopper, or a food delivery person, and they watch a video like here and hear about the stress, and they go, Why even bother?" And it's like, well, I guess you can say we're kind of addicted to the line of work. It's the next, it's the next. It's kind of like the slot machine, what am I going to get? Because we don't know, really, right? But I always talk about knowing your worth and being at a place where you can cherry pick and trust the process. And it's kind of a spiritual woo woo thing. But the more you value yourself, now I don't know if the algorithm goes along with it or what, but the more that you value yourself and the more that you pick good batches with Instacart, even if you have a rating ding, to be able to go in and say yes to certain orders, it's gonna eventually pay off. And I do the toggle. Ship never wanted me, so I don't have to deal with that app. But I do Instacart, I do DoorDash, and I do Uber Eats at this time. Grubhub, I think I'm on the waiting list. I don't know. They send me all these emails to update my application, and then there's no place to update my app. I don't know. Who knows? Here comes summer. So, and I will be doing people in the car now that I'm fully vaccinated, and everybody will wear a mask, and we'll just have a good time going from the airport to the ferry, right? So they can all go to Martha's Vineyard or Nantucket for the weekend or the week or the month, right? I'll just ferry them, shuttle them here, there, and everywhere. And why not? But I have two cars for the different gig work. So it's kind of interesting. No regrets whatsoever about getting the Camry with the gas hikes. The Explorer is just a, you know, it just sucks the gas. And so, anyway, but I know that since I started really valuing my worth and not, treating it like dating and not taking the first offer that comes along and, being a little picky, sometimes the better one rolls right in. Now, I like to stay local. I used to drive an hour this way on the Cape and an hour that way on the Cape for $25, $30 batches. And even though, I ended up at the end of the week making money, I lost a lot of time in the travel, not to mention the logged miles. So I try to stick close by, and I kind of live in what's called the capital of Cape Cod, Hyannis. And so that's where all the franchises are. And so I try to stay here. So, I've got my radius. I know that DoorDash just ends up doing this, and I love it when they send me the text, "You're out of your zone." No kidding. You sent me here with those stupid pancakes. But yesterday, well, anyway, as we tune in today, my phone is not on again this morning. And so there must be some glitch in here where it's don't come alive until a certain time. But yesterday at like 7 a.m., suddenly there it is, right? So the first thing that I do is a DoorDash, and the DoorDash app goes down. So I think it's my phone again, but it's DoorDash. And as some of you that do DoorDash know, it frequently goes down, right? So I'm thinking it's me. They connect me with the customer. English is not his first language, so I'm trying to get the address just to get him his. No, it was Chick-fil-A. Yeah, it was Chick-fil-A at DoorDash. So anyway, I get that done, and that's at 7 in the morning. And at 10 o'clock, by the time their glitch on the DoorDash app is fixed, I could put delivered 3.5 hours later. And then I got a nice Starbucks order um, for with a $10 tip on the water, gorgeous, beautiful home. And it's like these people like their Starbucks in the morning. And okay, you can pay me $10 to bring you your little bag. I've worked for a lot less for Instacart. And then I just did Instacart the rest of the day. The new phone was working perfectly. So I've got to go back to Verizon today because I said, well, I'll give it a chance this morning and see if it happens. And it did again. So I don't know what it is, but some button must have been pressed to like not be alive until 7 a.m. And sadly, my son asked me to call him at 5:15 this morning because he needs to talk about something. And I hope my husband's phone has his number in it. I don't know, but I don't want to feel like an abandoning mother at 5 in the morning. So anyway, that's neither here nor there, right? It's just I was going to give it one more day, and I gave it one more day, but I guess I have to go back to Verizon. I guess that works. So I did Instacart yesterday, and it was these wonderful plump tip orders, and it was like great. And I think I put 80 miles on the car instead of like 106. Not a big deal, but still I saved 26 miles and I still did some nice work. So knowing your worth and cherry picking could pay off. It may seem like an eternity if you wait 10 or 15 minutes, you don't take that CVS, $9 order, $7 for the trip, 8 items and a $2 tip, you let it go and you kind of hang in there and wham, a good store will come in. And, I have Costco envy for all of you Instacart shoppers that have a Costco near you and then it drops at that certain time. I did notice we have BJ's and it's a smaller version because like all of the stores here are smaller versions because they want to keep the charm of and quaintness of Cape Cod. So they're all smaller. They're like mini Trader Joe's, mini Home Depots, mini BJ's. So I did notice 2 BJ's orders drop right at 9 when they open. And so maybe that's my version of a Costco is that when they drop the BJ's, because that's when they open their doors. Although as a senior, I could go in earlier, but, not for Instacart. So anyway, it was a great day yesterday. I had some non-responsive cherry Instacart orders, but it worked okay. And then it's funny, I took the last one and decided it was like an $8 tip, I think, and it had like 12 items. Like, yeah, when you do your metrics in your head and what's worth it for you and what isn't. Yeah, I can get you 6 cans of the Cocoa Via water on sale or something like that, whatever it's called, by Goya. And 2 acai organic juices. Yeah, that was a rough order. But anyway, it was a nice tip. And you know how we always talk about the last shop of the day, and it looks like it's easy peasy. It's on the way home. It's kind of like the sprinkles on top of the ice cream sundae. Not that I always relate everything to food and treats. So, so I took it. The lady was, bless you. Thank you so much for doing this for me. Have a blessed day. And there was all kinds of, spiritual, religious artifact outside. And so you can tell that she's just a very spiritual person. It was sweet. And there was no problems with anything. Everything was there. And I always love those orders. It's like, well, that's great. And So she was very happy, but it was the last order of the day, so I was kind of chuckling to myself because as we know, oh, seem to have lost my earbud. As we know, that's when things usually go awry for us, right? It's just like, oh, really? But so it was good. So know your worth, and if you're lucky, especially as the busier days come towards the end of the week, um, be able to cherry pick just a little bit. I don't know if it changes the algorithm because I had such nice Instacart orders yesterday. I did like 5 shops. One of them was a double. But I don't know. Something's making me happy and working for me and my bottom line at the end of the week. So know your worth and just trust the process. Oh, there's a fly here that's making me crazy. I don't I don't want the fly here anymore. Um, so be safe. And there was a little bit of controversy in my comments as I read them this morning about, just dressing appropriately for being a shopper because we're the face of Instacart or DoorDash or Uber Eats or Shipt or Grubhub and just, dress it up. I'm not talking about going to the prom. I'm just saying office casual type, you know, what it just raises it raises my confidence to dress a little bit nicer and have somebody, you can't be Instacart, you're wearing pearls. It's like, oh, I guess there's a rule that you can't, but I just kind of jazz it up slightly, but I mean things match, they're clean, I'm clean, and just go for it. I guess that's how I roll anyway. It just matters to me. I'd like to know that my food delivery person, has some value of themselves, and I don't know. That's just me. No controversy, but just me. And yes, even if I have to, you know, reach for something, kneel down for something, there's the chance I might get, coffee spilled on me. I do, but still, right now, I have some resolve, and I'll spray it on the stain, and I'll bathe myself. So anyway, that's my 2 cents of dressing for the party here for Instacart and all the other food delivery apps. Know your worth and cherry pick if available. Otherwise, do what I do. Just take something to keep going. I'll see you here the next time. Thank you so much for listening and watching. Bye bye for now.